What was your name?
Cloud the Wanderer, KLA the
Yeah.
Wanderer.
I love that.
Yeah, some people can't even pronounce my name. They just say KLA. So, I take that too.
Yeah, that's my
Hey,
name's kind of funky too, so I get that.
what's going on? This is KLA Cloud the Wanderer. I'm here with a lovely guest. Her name is Liane Abbey, and she's here to talk about her journey through fitness. How you been?
I mean, good, really good. Just finished at the gym, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Mhm.
cool. What you was working on?
Today was the leg day, so a little bit harder
Okay.
than the accessory work, but definitely enjoyable.
Okay. Hold on. I think I heard echo. I don't want to turn this off. All right. I hate this computer. Uh, yeah. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. So how long you stay in the gym?
Today or in general?
Today in general.
Today was just about an hour workout. Normally I do about an hour and a half, and then do 20 minutes of cardio. And then if I do stay to pose, that's usually another hour. So it can be anywhere from like an hour to 3 hours in the gym. Um, I did a posing workshop yesterday. So I was in another city for about 3 hours, and then we went over all of our posing, and I got to meet some pros, which was great. So yeah, definitely had
Yeah.
that good.
Who do you who do you meet? Who did you see?
So there was this absolutely wonderful woman named Lauren there, and she competes in fit body and figure. And she was a volunteer at the Calgary show that I just competed in October. So it was wonderful to see her
Okay.
again. And then there was another woman named Kristen and her husband Kyle, and they're both pros. So I got to meet them in like face to face, which was incredible. And then there was a couple of men's physique pros as well. A gentleman named Taps, and then there was another bikini pro that I just can't remember the name of right now, but she was lovely.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that compete, and I'm just trying to get they names in my mind. Like I could look at something like watch like a video
Mhm.
and it'd be like names of bodybuilders, and then I'll just forget their names.
Well, and everyone's got like, especially in this community where, like, I live in a small town, so I don't actually have like that many people around me. So a
Right.
lot of the people that I meet are from Instagram or just from shows itself. So we kind of, I think, know each other a lot more by our like Instagram handles. Um, so that's like the people that come to mind, like even my like inspirations, like it's all like their Instagram handles that I know. But yeah, I was definitely very grateful to meet them yesterday. So
Okay. So how you got started into bodybuilding?
I've been working out. I did like sports in when I was younger, and then in high school, we had the opportunity to like go to a Good Life Fitness as part of our phys ed, and that kind of like kicked off the whole thing for me. And then I ended up actually working at a Good Life in Ontario. Um,
Okay.
and I didn't have a ton of experience before then, but I had gone to group fitness, which I have like a passion for. It gets people together. I now teach group fitness. So I started doing that, and then as it progressed, I wanted more of a challenge, and I wanted something that I could really put all of my effort into. And when I
Yeah.
was working at the gym, there was quite a few people who were competing, and I thought, well, why not? I've got the support, and that was in I think 2018. I did two shows, and then when I moved out to BC, I hadn't competed in since then, so in 7 years, and then just did my debut back in a new federation. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, I think, for my third and fourth show. But yeah, I've been working out since I was 18, and I absolutely love it. So
So you're like in a bikini division.
Yeah, so I was in bikini. I with
Okay.
the judges' recommendation, they had asked in my write up that I move up a category. Bikini is like about your leanness and like your shape. You don't want to be like
Yeah.
too tight, and I think um, their feedback was to move up a class. So I'm going to be moving up to figure, and then we'll see if they like me in that category. They also recommended fit body, which is like just below women's bodybuilding. So we're kind of using this as like a gauge to see where I should be
Mm.
for my next show in the future. But I love figure, I love the posing, and I definitely love being able to put on a little bit more mass as well. So growth is number one for me. So it's nice to be able to do that and not have to hinder myself to fit that bikini body right now. So I'm very excited about that. So
Yeah. I showed somebody your picture. They was look they was saying that you have that body like wellness or
yeah,
because you're more thicker to be like in
yeah, for
bikini and
sure.
stuff. So
Well,
to
and I
show
think
the
yeah,
audience.
exactly. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I have a very short torso. So,
Right.
like, my legs and back are always going to be the focal point. So, I think
Right.
that figure is going to give me an opportunity to showcase that. And then, if they give me the go ahead to do fit body or wellness, then that's something I'm very excited to take on. And I'll probably take like a year to do that. But yeah, I'm very excited about the growth. So, I just want
Yeah.
right the size of tree trunks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's a good fit for you because you're
Mhm.
more thicker and stuff to, you don't have to be in bikini. I mean, tell you the truth, I noticed that, the women in the bikini, they're looking big too. Like if I could say that.
Yeah, of course. So I think that the standards, like they progress, they definitely change. And if you look at the comparison of bikini in um, like just a novice division or an open division, it's quite different than like the pro level bikini, right? Like the pro level bikini, you often see like those larger like measurements. And so I think it's a fine line about like getting to that pro card and then building your way up. But yeah, I definitely think that yeah, I'm too big for bikini right now. So that's okay.
Yeah. Do you have a coach?
I do have a coach. I have the most amazing coach in the entire world. Her name is Lexi Bold.
Cool.
She is a bikini pro as well. And she just competed with me in Calgary and then went to Worlds. And she placed, I think, fifth in Worlds. So she's quite the competitor and she's absolutely just so full of knowledge. I love her, and there's no way I could have ever done this without her. And I'm very grateful that I was able to connect with her because just the way her style of coaching is beyond any other coaching that I've had before. So yeah, I feel very very happy with her. So
Well,
yeah,
her last name is her name is Bold.
yeah,
So
Lexi Bold, right? How badass is that? Yeah. So yeah, she's amazing. I
what
100%
what
recommend
division
her.
she do? I'm
She does,
sorry.
yeah. So she's pro bikini. Um,
Oh, okay.
and funny enough, her coach is or was a figure competitor. She's a figure coach now. And so
Yeah.
I got to meet her. And so she's wonderful as well. Her name's Lisa. And so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do some posing with her as well. Just because, again, just another wealth of knowledge. And having these like powerful women like not only inspire you but like motivate you and having gone through it, it's such an incredible feeling to not only like know these people but to be coached by them. Um,
Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a silly question. You NPC or another division?
Am I which?
Are you NPC like National Physique
Oh no,
competition?
I'm WNBF. So it's the World
Oh,
National.
WNP.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
it was my first show competing with them in October, and I really like their platform. They were so welcoming. I was kind
Yeah,
of nervous about switching just because I hadn't competed with any other division other than CPA slash OPA. But yeah, they do a polygraph and a urinalysis for every competitor, not just if you win. So that is an incredible feeling of like fairness walking into it.
mm,
And I really, really respect them. And I was welcomed with just such warm embrace, like just hugs all around. And yeah, it was incredible. So I really like them. I don't think I plan to switch federations anytime in the future. I'm very happy
yeah.
with WN and WNBF.
Oh, okay. I gotta look out for that
Yeah.
WNBF because
Yeah.
I'm still stuck with NPC, you
Mhm.
know, and I know there's other divisions as well too. That's like natural bodybuilding.
Mhm.
I
There's
forgot
so
the
many.
initials to it.
Yeah, I don't even know all of them. Like there's definitely a lot.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, like I like that with the NBF, like you can compete like all around the world too, right? So which I think is incredible.
yeah,
When my Calgary show, I think there is something like 14 countries, like athletes from 14 different countries, which I've never
right.
seen anywhere else. So it was really cool to see just so many different people with so many different body types, and we all got to compete together. Yeah, it was wild.
Do you watch like the old school bodybuilding videos, like from
Yeah,
1980s and 70s?
yeah, I used to watch them a lot more, but I definitely love that like old school style bodybuilders. Like even I find myself looking at like pictures of like the 1920s like bodybuilders, like that to me is so
Yeah,
impressive. Especially if you see the women, like the women with like the big arms, like how
right.
I'm sure like that was so out of the question in the like 1920s. And here they are, and it's very inspiring, and it's really neat to see how the sport has changed over those years. So I kind of
Yeah.
like to look back like as far as I can, just because it's just the comparison is incredible. So and it's yeah, I'm very proud of how the sport's developed, and yeah, it's nice to see that we're moving forward for sure.
Uh, the like who do you like who what bodybuilder inspire you like Lexi Bold or
Yeah,
somebody else?
like who do I like?
Yeah.
So there's another pro that she does wellness. I'm a big fan of. Her name is Emily Golly. I think her Instagram handle is Emily Azzarello though. She's
Okay.
phenomenal. She's got beautiful legs and her posing is just out of this world. Like between I would say Emily and Lauren, those are like the people that I'm like, I want to look like them. I want my posing to be on point like them. Um, but yeah, I think those are, and then like I don't know if you know who like Lauren for She-Hulk is.
Does she Lauren She-Hulk?
Lauren for She-Hulk,
Uh,
yeah.
Lauren for she
You should check her out. You
I'm
should,
not sure.
yeah, give her a look because she was a big inspiration for me when I got started, and she's
I,
absolutely incredible.
I think I know who you're talking about. The I'm about to ask you, does she do OnlyFans or she's like a wrestler?
I
Does she
don't
do
know if she
sessions or something
might.
like that?
I know that
Oh,
she like she's got. I think she used to be a firefighter or something. But
okay.
yeah, it's yeah, definitely a possibility. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are making
She
money off
sounds
her.
familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
think you got to guess Abbas Khan. Would you ever think of doing coaching yourself one day?
Yeah, so I actually I'm a certified personal trainer and group fitness instructor. I think once I have more time under my belt, I would love
Right.
to coach. I the the feeling of having a coach is unlike anything else, just having that person to rely on. And now that I'm developing um my coaching clients, I don't have any yet that want to be in the bodybuilding realm, but I definitely would love to when I get my pro card, that's when I think I deserve to be teaching or coaching people in bodybuilding as well. Just having that experience under my belt, I think would make me feel more confident. but yeah, I would love to coach one day. It's my favorite part of my week is coaching my clients and teaching group fitness. I think anything else I can do to expand on that, especially in this sport where you're so dedicated and you have to have a coach. You have to have somebody in your corner.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's pretty impossible. So, and I would love to be that person for somebody. So I'm sure
yeah.
one day.
There's bodybuilders that don't have a coach and they're able to, for some reason, but everybody can't do that, you know. So
Um,
yeah, I've heard stories of it. You know Nancy Lewis? Are you familiar with Nancy Lewis?
no, let me write it down though.
Yeah, Nancy Lewis.
Nancy,
N-A, you know how to spell Nancy, right?
yeah, I think I got it.
Like Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, she competed like in the 80s
Oh yeah.
and the 90s as well too. And you know, well, her she never had a coach. You know,
Oh wow.
she was like, yeah, but she never like you know the thing I think with her, like she never was like she never won like a title or anything like that. She
Yeah.
would be like in like second place or third place, one of them titles, but she never went like further. She
Yeah.
went to the Olympia, but you know,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
now go ahead.
I think people are like the what I've learned from personal training is that the motivation styles that people have, I think the people that are
Yeah,
intrinsically motivated are the ones that can work without a coach. And I think that that's absolutely incredible. And if you can do that, that is like out of this world. Like you're in the top 1% of people
right.
that like have that. And that should be celebrated too, whether you have a title or you don't have a title. If you can push yourself that hard on your own, that in itself deserves a medal. So
Okay. So you train like in what the name of the gym that you're in, like I think community
oh, so yeah, so I work at City Center Fitness.
city
That's where I
center.
get my
Okay.
classes. Yeah, and it's like right downtown. It is definitely geared towards all ages. It's not like a super fancy gym. It's definitely like the old school weights, and I love it because that means that I have like group attendees that are teenagers, I have group attendees that are in their 80s, I have everybody in between.
Mm,
And it's a very supportive community. Everyone, when me and my partner went to the gym today, we were greeted by, the everyone, and it was just it's so nice to feel that sense of accomplishment just by going there. Everyone's motivating each other, and it's definitely not like a fancy gym, but I love the people there so much, so much.
yeah.
So
Who do you prefer like working out? It doesn't matter, like
no,
training and
like I love like whoever it's the people that can find the emotional whys behind what they're doing. Like the whole I want to lose 10 pounds. It's never that, right? Like the people who don't understand why they're actually looking to achieve those goals, I have a harder time
yeah.
training. It's the people that are like, I want more stamina to be with my partner or play with my kids. Like that to me, like those are my favorite people because they know what they want and they know why they're doing it, and it makes it easier
Right.
to motivate somebody when they have that in the back of their head, right? If I can say like we're doing this for your kids, like we're doing this for your partner, we're doing this for your longevity, right? That helps so much. And I think until you get to that reason why you're doing what you're doing, then you're going to tend to fall off more. You're not going to be as motivated because you haven't done the work inward, right? And that just is important too. So I think that anybody who doesn't have a superficial goal, those are my people. And I don't mean superficial like that like they want to look good. It's like, why do you want to look good? Because it'll make you feel confident. Like that's what they've got to know, right? So I always try to
Yeah.
dig deep though when I do my client like intake forms and ask as many questions. And usually we can get down to that reason why. And I think there's always going to be a few stubborn people that won't know their whys, but it is my hope that by working with me, we can find the reason why. And yeah, I'm very grateful when people, when they do kind of expand their mind and realize like, oh, this is actually something I'm passionate about, or this is going to help me with my health in the future. So that makes my entire existence when people find a little bit of peace from what they're doing.
Yeah, they got. I mean, people got to know what they want to do. You
Hmm.
know, I mean, it's not easy. It's easy said than done. But
Right.
you know, for some people, it can be a struggle to just lose weight, and you know, but you have to be willing to do it. So
For sure. And like there's always so much to explore too when it comes to movement. I think that a lot of people who maybe haven't found a relationship with fitness is because they're
right,
looking at it in the same way that like the media projects it, right? Like fitness to
right,
me is a very would be considered aggressive to some people, right? A lot of people aren't interested in doing the bodybuilding. Some people just need to find that movement that resonates with them. And that to me is like the most incredible part is finding that thing that makes you motivated. Like for me, it's group fitness, right? If I had never taken a group fitness class, I would never be where I am. And that's crazy for me to think is that all it took was for me to try something different at the gym, to find a different environment where there was more people to support me, for me to feel comfortable, that led me to where I am today, right? So sometimes it's about just trying stuff out and that'll lead to something more, right?
did you have like an athletic background, or you
Not
just had that
not
willpower?
really. It was more like I just tried every sport that I could. Like
Yeah,
like most kids, like was in like soccer. Well, I shouldn't say most kids, but like some kids, I was in soccer. I did competitive swimming, which I think
mm,
really was the reason for me to um, do like endurance things. So like swimming and then cross country. And I just tried out wrestling and rugby.
right,
And I only did it for like half a season, but I mean, it's yeah, just about finding things that you like and why you like those things and then applying them to like your whatever fitness means to you, right? So obviously I like
right.
that kind of aggressive stuff. So lifting heavy and hard works for me. So
Abdus Khan, what do you find as challenges when you're being personal trainer with clients? I think you covered that, didn't you?
yeah, I think like the biggest challenge is just yeah, trying to find ways to keep people motivated. I also
Yeah.
am very um mindful about the way that I talk to people. I always say we instead of saying you to build that pathway in their brain
Mm,
of like this is something that we're doing together. And I think that that really helps too. Is that when people feel alone, they're more likely to feel like they can't accomplish something, right? So for me,
mm,
making sure that I'm using we and not just like this is what I want you to do. Like this is what we are going to do this week. That helps a lot too. So yeah, just making people feel like they are a part of something and that they're not alone in what they're doing. And that's different for everybody, right? I have clients with
yeah.
very different mental health states, and their motivation is going to be different, right? I think everybody has a different challenge, and it's just trying different things out to make sure that everyone feels comfortable in what they're doing. So, and sometimes it's like
Yeah, that's
meditation, right? You have to try different
yeah.
combinations of things, and the first one isn't going to work. And that I think hold finding being able to hold on to your client's motivation throughout those program changes and finding what they're passionate about. I think that's yeah, probably the biggest thing is the motivation.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, that you try to understand what your clients dealing with and stuff. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, Abdus Khan, are you also an online personal trainer or just like a local personal trainer?
I do online coaching as well. I would say I only really have a couple clients that are in person, and then I've just got like a small client base online as well. And I try not to take on too many clients as well, because I do have like a part-time job, as well as volunteer, and I host karaoke once a week as well. So it's being able to
Okay.
find all of the time for those passion projects, and making sure that I have enough energy and I'm dedicated to the clients that I have. But I would definitely say that most of my clients are online rather than in
What do you,
person.
what do you, what do you do outside of bodybuilding or
Like
fitness?
outside of fitness? Oh,
Yeah, like your job and stuff. Like,
yeah. So I'm a office administrator. I am also karaoke DJ. Um,
oh, okay.
yeah, and then in my spare time, I'm very much into. I'm not sure if you've heard of Magic the Gathering.
Nah.
No, okay, it's a card game, and then I also play Dungeons and Dragons. If you've heard of that.
I know you cosplay. Yeah, of course. I'm 48 years old. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, of
I
course.
do yeah, so I like a lot of like tabletop RPG games, and like
Yeah,
strategy games. Anything like that's like puzzles or riddly, like those are like my bread
right.
and butter. So a lot of video games
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I seen you in action. You're a Jedi, and
Yeah.
it's cool. Who took these pictures?
Oh, so that would be my wonderful friend Nathan Penner. His
Yeah,
Instagram is One Eye Shut Media, and he does all sorts of incredible photos, like similar to this. And he is a part of. We have a film festival here,
right.
and he, yeah, Snakebite Film Festival, and he is like on the board for that. He just did an incredible short that won Audience Choice Award, and yeah, he is phenomenal. His photography is great, and he's just a great guy too. So he's fun to work with, and yeah,
Wow.
doesn't I don't know, his work is, yeah. Go check him out. He's phenomenal.
Oh, you were you in a movie or something, or like in a film, the short film?
Yeah, so we did we it was called 1991. It's on YouTube right now, and it was about,
Okay, check
we
that out.
had there was an MC Hammer concert here in 1991, and like shit just got wild, and we have our symbol for our town is a giant peach, like think like James and the Giant Peach. It's huge, and they like the crowd just like there was a riot, and they just pushed the peach into the
Mm,
lake. So it was like a mockumentary about that moment. And I had a very
okay.
brief part in it where I was just screaming in it. So
Right.
yeah, it
You
was
live
really
in
cool.
Oakland? You live
Sorry?
in Oakland? You live in
No,
Oakland?
in Penticton.
I don't know where it's. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're in Can. I'm sorry. It just because when you said MC Hammer, I just was like, oh, you from Oakland? Yeah, because he's from Oakland.
Yeah,
Yeah. I forgot where you. Yeah, you're
yeah,
you're in the
okay.
East
It's
Coast.
hard to say, and it's a small town anyways, so I don't blame you.
Yeah. Abis Khan, have you ever had any like funny experiences where you've been stereotyped for bodybuilding and found it hilarious?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time. Like I think when I first started, there was a
Yeah.
lot of kind of comments being like these photos are photoshopped or you're on steroids, and it's just like, okay, like think what you want to think. Like that's I've done the hard work. I know I've done the hard work, and typically when people are saying something like that, they're deflecting a point of contention with themselves, right? So I
Right.
mean, if you want to look at my photos and see something that you don't like, that's not my fault, or it's not my place to stop you, right? Like I don't care.
Right.
I think that I like being muscular. I like being short and big this way, and it's not definitely not everybody's look. And I've been told like, oh, like gonna get too muscular. I actually had to leave a partner because he said I was gonna get too big, and I said no, get out of here. So
Yeah.
it's just I don't have any time for people that are insecure about themselves and think that their words are going to affect my body. So I think it's all kind of hilarious, to be honest. Like, it's, if you were in the process, if you saw what the community was like, if you could feel the immense pride for all of the hard work that you did in your prep, I don't think anyone would say that. I think it's out of ignorance that people make these comments. And if they knew, they would, I think if they did it, they'd be very proud of themselves too. So it's, I can't blame somebody for being ignorant. That's their journey, not mine, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people they don't really know too much about bodybuilding
Yeah,
because it's kind of like portrayed on TV like well you're kind of young like but it was a skit called In Living Color skit
yeah,
show called In Living Color with Jim Carrey and he would impersonate this bodybuilder. I forgot the name of it, and he had the deep voice, and did a laugh, and and that's how people kind of look at that, like where they kind of because it's an extreme sport,
yeah,
like some people have died over like taking usage of steroids or other substances that people don't even know about too much, or they got a stroke or some crazy stuff. So I mean, bodybuilding like it's kind of it's healthy, but it can be unhealthy at the same time.
for
Like
sure.
it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I, it, like anything, it can be something that can be taken too far. Um,
yeah,
and it's, I think the beauty of this sport is it's about balance. Like, it's about balance, like the symmetry in your body. It's about the balance of your movement. It's about the balance of your brain and body, like your physical biochemistry. And I think that people overlook that and see the size as intimidating without like
right,
considering everything else that goes into it. And as far as I know, like my experience is that all of these big men and women, like these people that are intimidating to look at, they're so
right,
sweet and so genuine. And I think once you get past that like surface level and you get to know these people or what it takes to be in the sport, I think you would have a very different view on it, right? So I think like yourself, like you probably understand way more than anybody else. And it's something that I wish that people would look past like just the physical portion of it, because there's so much else that goes into bodybuilding that's not just like lifting, right? And that's the part I wish people would focus on sometimes, because it's, all these people are such hard workers and they deserve to be appreciated for that, right?
yeah,
Well,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, with me, like, I started like paying attention to bodybuilders like I would be like I was like 14 or 15 years old. And I seen them like in the newsstands and they had the magazines and stuff. So, but like I was trying to work out as well too, but a lot of times I would kind of like focus on the women and stuff, and
for sure.
do stuff where teenage boys would do, and so like as time went by, I started like talking to some of them and trying to understand the sport, and this is YouTuber. He teaches me about like the what goes on in the sport, like the symmetry and
Yeah.
because I didn't even know too much about that. I just looked at the women mostly, and I didn't care about the division and stuff, and you
I love
know I
so
you didn't
so cool. Like, it's so nice to see a man who like likes that physique. We get so much backlash for like being too big, and it's so
yeah.
refreshing to hear that like somebody is like actively like not only enjoys this type of woman but like is like promoting it. Like, that to me is just like incredible. It makes me so happy because it's, I feel like a lot of men especially can get intimidated, and there's, it just seems so silly. So
Well, I mean, it depends on certain men. Like some men, they might not want to because I've had men like friends have tell me, criticize me like, "Yo, she's big. Yo, what you want? a muscular, and it is kind of understandable
Yeah,
because society doesn't look at, they look down on female bodybuilders,
for sure.
straight up, like they look down, yeah. And so like when some guys, they see a woman that's have bigger arms than they do, they're gonna be a bit, that it kind of like gives off the signal like, oh, you're superior to me,
Hmm.
that type of thing. And and there's some women that kind of like would look down on a guy that that they not as
Yeah,
strong as they are. You know, it's not even just about bodybuilders. It could be with brains and stuff.
yeah,
Like
for sure.
certain women, they have a high paying job, and here's this guy, he has a low paying job and stuff like that. So it's more of a traditional thing type of, because men, we're like we supposed to be, the providers or more stronger than women and stuff, and then
Yeah.
it's kind of like intimidating for some. With me, with the bodybuilding stuff, it kind of, I would say, like, bring it, like when I was a kid, I used to like strong women, like on TV, the Bionic Woman, Wonder Woman, and stuff. And so that kind of opened the door for me to have that, fascination, because I would be like, wow, how strong is she?
Yeah.
And then it kind of opened the door for other things as well, but yeah. So
Yeah, I wish there was more representation, like in the media. I think that that would be like in my lifetime. I want, like, I never see like muscular women like in just like regular shows. Like, it's so crazy to me that we've been completely like omitted out of like regular body types. Like, there are tons of
yeah,
muscular women out there, and yeah, it's not something you would like. It's, imagine seeing like a muscular mom on a show. Like, that's, you would never see that. And that to me,
yeah.
I think, is like so disheartening. Like, there's so many women out there that deserve to be respected for like their hard work, and it's just not a body type that the media is ready to put out there as, without making a scene about
So
it one day.
some of the things, yeah, some of the stuff, sometimes it kind of, it depends on some women too, because some women, they're afraid to put themselves out there too. So because there was a time where it was on TV, like the competitions and all that stuff. But somewhere down the line, that all that disappeared. It
Yeah.
used to be on ESPN, and maybe in other networks as well. But somewhere they used to even have them like on the talk shows, but you're kind of young, like Jenny Jones and Geraldo. Like
Okay.
if you have a chance, Google Geraldo
Okay.
Rivera. Yeah, he kind of like had like an episode where he had all the women bodybuilders, and at the time this was like in the 90s, and there was a guy, his name is Bill Dobbins. He used to do photography with them and stuff like that. He had like a book called The Women, and it had Linda Murray, um Denise Massino, all these other women, and he made like a booklet, well, yeah, a book really with them, posing and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I even interviewed him. Yeah,
That's so,
yeah,
yeah, more of that. I want to see more of that today.
yeah, definitely. Abbas Khan, they probably like it though. The people that actually criticize, it's like the opposite, I think, but this insecurity gets to them. Yeah,
Hmm.
that can be true also. Yeah, that
Yeah,
could
for
be
sure.
true. Yeah, I got a fan favorite. His name is Balls Deep. He's come on, you know. All right, you see Balls Deep. She's a good sport. She's a good sport, man. You said Balls Deep. Good evening, gorgeous Chicago in here.
Nice.
Yeah. Damn, her arms look amazing. Hopefully, we can get a flex. She already did it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I like your look. That's why I kind of reached out to you. I was like, wow, she looked nice, you
Yeah, thank
know.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite shirt. I
I,
don't know if you got that.
which one? This?
That one, yeah, it says lift heavy on it.
Okay, I didn't see that one. All right. And then, yeah, this one I like.
Right? I know the growth. I know we're getting
Yeah,
there. We're getting there. It makes
yeah,
me so sad that I have to cut soon. Well, I'm technically in a cut right now, but I know I'm gonna lose it all. But this is why I'm so excited to compete in like fit body is because I want those legs all the time. That's what I want, you
right,
know?
right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, you in this competition the Vancouver Naturals.
Yes, that is the one that
See
I
you
will be
post.
competing in. Yeah. So I'm very excited.
Okay.
It's a little bit closer to me than Calgary was, so that'll be nice. And then I've got some friends that I think are going to attend, which is wonderful. So it's always nice when my friends from other friend groups come and see what this experience is like because it kind of I don't think you know if you've never been to a show, it's hard to explain and
Mm,
you don't understand the energy until you're there. So yeah, I'm very
yeah.
excited and hopefully they come.
I
So
never been to a show. Tell you the
what?
truth.
You
You know,
should,
huh?
you should go just as a spectator. Go check
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah, I mean, I know I need to go, but it's just like it's money, financial thing.
Yeah,
I
I know.
mean, I'm working, but it's like, I'm thinking about trying to see if I could go to the New York Pro this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. There
Yeah,
you
this is,
go.
I think,
And you know what?
yeah,
Sometimes if you follow some of their Instagrams, like they give away tickets and stuff. At least I know my federation does and my Blast Old Federation does. So, I mean, fingers crossed, if you enter one of these contests, you might actually just be able to get in for free. So, or you could
yeah,
volunteer. That's another way for you to get in, see the process, and like actually be there. Because most federations are always looking for volunteers, and then that way you don't have to pay. So, and
uh,
then you
did,
like first-hand experience, right?
yeah. Do
Yeah.
you travel like to go to another show? Where else do where you go for another show like in that federation that you're in?
So I did Calgary. That's there's one I think in every province. Minus I don't think there's one in like the Northwest Territories, but
Yeah,
I think so. Calgary, I'll be competing in Vancouver and then hopefully Kelowna. Those are both in BC, and then there is usually a show in my hometown of Niagara Falls in Ontario. In the fall as well. So, I mean, some people kind of hop around. One day I would love to compete in another country. So, fingers crossed at that. I qualified for Worlds when I did my bikini show, but I didn't have my passport, so I couldn't go to Seattle. But I'm hoping that I get another Worlds qualifier and then I can go to, I think it's Boston this year. So, we'll see.
uh, yeah. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy that you with? Your
That is my
boyfriend?
Yes, that is my incredible partner, Landon. Yeah, he is so supportive. I just got him going to the gym too, which is very exciting. So he was back after a little hiatus, and yeah, he went and we did legs together today, and yeah, it's incredible to see. He actually motivated me. I did not want to go today, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go, and it's so nice to have that shared motivation for each other. I have only ever really had one other partner that went to the gym, so it's really nice to be able to share those passions and having somebody to hold the bench back when you're doing like 405-pound hip thrusts is
Right.
very helpful. So
Yeah.
help
That's
like
cool.
deloading bars. Yeah,
That's cool.
it's definitely a nice
So
experience.
yeah, Abba's Khan, so they have a negative reaction when actually they may be deep inside, not alpha, but more mellow and calm, so kind of have identity crisis. But that's good. I mean, that's a good guy. He's able to support you. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. I think it takes a very strong person to be with somebody who competes and not compete themselves. I
Right.
found in the past that it definitely doesn't always work. And spending so much time at the gym, not being able to go, like, I don't remember the last time I went out to eat. And I think for some people,
Mm.
like, those are really important structures to like the relationship. Um, Luckily, Landon shares um, my nerdy habits and passions. So we have that as well. So yeah, so it's nice to be supported like well all around. And yeah, we'll see what happens in a year with him if I can get him to.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys I hope you guys can keep can have the relationship going. You know, it's
Yeah,
not easy to be with somebody or try to understand the next person
yeah.
and stuff. So I get it, you know.
That's
I
definitely something we're not in it, but
Khan, it could be also like some guys have a weird reaction because they don't feel like alpha when with a muscular woman, and they've been taught all life that's how you're supposed to be. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's not very easy.
I think
Yeah,
I think though if you are the type of person that is willing to maybe not all right away, but grow past
right.
that societal expectation or maybe create your own values that are different from what you learned. I think that that's important too, is knowing that you don't have to be the same person or have the same values that were instilled in you by somebody else, right? And that can be really
Yeah,
freeing to realize that you don't have to be that alpha male all the time. So I think, yeah, it's definitely a part of it. But I think once some men can soften up to the idea, then that they don't have to be the person that their father told them to be or their mother told them to be, it'll be a little bit easier for them. So hopefully,
yeah. You got all the race George Page, evening folks. Hey George.
hi
He
George.
also do content on female bodybuilders and stuff.
George
Yeah,
does?
yeah,
Very cool.
all the ways George Page. You could Google him and stuff.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna search
reach
here.
out to him and stuff. Yeah. So he asked you, so what are your plans?
For my competition
I
season or in general.
yeah, I think knowing him, he probably talking about competitive competition
Yeah,
season.
well, I want my pro card. I so more importantly, I found out with this federation that when you get your pro card, you get a sword. So I want that pro card, but I also want that sword so bad. So
Mm,
my goal is, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work towards my pro card, see how they feel I'm in figure. If they want me to move up to fit body, I'll take the year off. And then what I want to do in that time is volunteer still with the federation. So yeah, so hopefully I can still be a part of it, even if I'm not competing next year. If I don't get my pro card this year, then I just hustle harder for longer, give myself more time to go a little bit slower. And then one day, who knows, maybe I'll be a judge.
yeah. You want to know which federation is WBBF?
WNBF. Yes, I know I have a hard time saying
Yes,
it too.
yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What question I wanted to ask? So yeah, so your other boyfriend he left you because you was bodybuilding?
I think it was so it was right before I started bodybuilding. I was going to the gym and I think that that was noticeable that I was into my fitness and he wasn't. And I think that everything that what was the gentleman that was commenting? What he was saying was kind of what was going on. I think he got intimidated And yeah, he's unfortunately said that he wasn't into um, muscular women. So I said, okay, well, I
Mm,
guess that this isn't gonna work. So I left, and I'm very glad I did, because I think that if I had heeded that advice, then I wouldn't be where I am today. And I can't imagine
yeah,
myself in a in a place where I'm not bodybuilding.
yeah,
I would never give that up for anybody. So definitely
yeah.
not.
I mean, life goes on.
It
You
does.
know, there's people
Yeah.
yeah, people's gonna like it and people just not gonna like it. You know, so
Yeah, I think being malleable
oh,
is too.
I know Bianca Belair turned pro in WBFF. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
writing it down, George. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, I'll check her out.
yeah. Where do you see yourself like 5 years or just you turn pro and
I better
what
have my
else
pro
would
card
you
in 5 years. Well, then I once I get my pro card, then I want to start coaching bodybuilding, and I want to have my own team, and I want to give the same experience that I've been given to other people. Um, and however I can do that, I want to do that. So whether it's just volunteering or coaching or judging, but I want to stay in the community, and I want to do whatever I can to be an asset to that community. So hoping number one, pro card, number two, compete in worlds, number three, coach, and then judge slash volunteer. So we'll see. But
That's
5 years,
cool.
it's gonna happen.
Cool, cool. I want to touch a little bit on what the karaoke DJ thing.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
what yeah, what you do like what you have people singing on certain songs and stuff like that,
Yeah, so it's
pop
just
songs.
it's like any like any other karaoke. I'm fortunate to work at a pub that has um we have the owner's husband owns a sound um company. So we have like
Right.
incredible like live music there. And then we do karaoke's or we do karaoke on Tuesdays. And so I just DJ it and then get everything started, sing my songs, and then we just keep going. And it's so much fun, and it's something nice. Like I don't drink anymore. So I was like, how am I going to like still feel like I'm going out and a part of anything? And yeah, and this was the solution for that. Like I still get to go out and stay up a little bit later than I should, but I get to be a part of the atmosphere without drinking. And it's yeah, it's very fun, and I love it so much.
Yeah, there's a place not too far from me. They do karaoke and stuff like that because I'll hear them sing certain songs and stuff, mostly like pop songs.
Yeah, a lot
Sometimes
of Sweet
they'll
Caroline.
what's some of the songs that people do they have like a favorite that you
Yeah.
want them to play or something like that?
I would say like Tennessee Whiskey, Sweet Caroline, like those are always no matter what.
Oh,
I've got a pretty cool group though. And towards the end of the night, like I would say like 10:30, the like heavier stuff gets busted out. So like Tool and like just I don't know, like System of a Down. So it goes from like pop and country, like nice and soft stuff, and then when everyone's had their fourth beer or whatever, then it gets into like the headbanging stuff, and it yeah makes for very diverse music selection.
yeah, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I won't take too much of your time. I mean, I really appreciate I'm stopping by and giving me an opportunity to talk with you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Yeah, this was cool, man. If you get your pro card, we can talk again. It's
Heck
not a
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I will
Yeah,
definitely be in touch, and you make sure to stay tuned and see what happens at my show May 11th, okay?
no doubt, no doubt. Well, I mean, well, I probably is there a way for me to I probably do they have like stream or anything like that where I could catch
100%.
it?
Yeah, you can totally watch it from where you are. I can make sure that I post it or send you the link to the live stream as well.
Okay, all right, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
All right.
Okay, well, have an amazing day.
Well,
Thanks so much.
all right. You too, sweetie. Thank you. Good
Bye.
luck with you. Good luck
Thank
with everything.
you. Okay,
All
bye.
right. Bye.